Hey, you guys, it is Marcel. It's about 10:30 and I'm just about to go to bed. Um, I know I apologize for my state of this here, and I apologize for my computer being kind of fuzzy. I'm going to get a new camera, but I had a lot of things on my mind tonight, and I honestly could not go to sleep until I made this video for you guys because I wanted to talk about one particular topic. So there's a question that I posted in the group, in both groups, business development groups. And surprisingly enough, there was one answer that was pretty popular. I'll tell you about the question first, and that was, what is your biggest fear in this business? Or what are you most scared of in this business? And the reason why I asked that question is because I think it's really important that we're always analyzing why we're doing what we're doing, analyzing why we may have challenges, so we can peel back those layers of those challenges and those feelings and get to the heart of maybe what might be holding us back from something. Because I don't care if you are a brand new coach or a 15-star diamond coach, there's always something that you might have fear about. Nobody is a perfect person. Nobody is a perfect coach. There's always something we can work on. So I think it's important that we started that thread in that question. And I'll tell you, the majority of the answers that you guys gave was failure. And I gotta say, I was kind of surprised, like not in a bad way, but I think it's something that we really need to address. And my thoughts on that is, failure is part of this process. I failed a lot, and I'll get to more about that in a sec. But failure is really part of this process. It's, failure is part of success. You cannot have success unless you fail. I mean, can you imagine, is there one person out there that is successful in any sort of industry or even relationship, a marriage, a career, a sport that has not failed? There's no way that nobody has not failed. It's important that we continue to not just fail and stop. And I think that's where a lot of people have a fear of making a mistake and feeling so stupid about it or bad about it, or feeling like they're not good enough for whatever it is they're working towards, and then just stopping. But failing and stopping is obviously going to be the detriment of your success. You have to continue to always fail forward. And what that means is to continue to learn from your mistakes. Because I know I have failed a ton, and it's not always easy to look back on. But when I started this business, I honestly had no idea what it meant to be a leader. I had no idea what it meant to build a team. I knew that I wanted to build a team. I knew what that meant income-wise. I knew what that meant for community-wise and being around like-minded people. But you guys, honestly, I had no idea. And I'll say 2 years into this business, I am still learning so much on a daily basis in order to teach you guys. Because I do want to be a good leader. I really, really do. But I have failed miserably in some parts. And I look back and I want to kick myself for some of the people that maybe started this business, and I feel like I didn't get them started off in the right direction. And that sucks. I feel like I failed those people. But you know what? I also learned from that experience is what not to do and how to do better, and the consequences of what happens when you don't make an effort, or, when you don't know something. Learn something about that mistake. That's so important to continue to fail forward. And that's is ashamed, as embarrassed as I am to admit that I have failed in this business. I'm also really proud of it, because I know it's going to be the failures that are going to launch me forward. Because I truly believe that if you aren't failing, you aren't growing. Not at all. Think about it. Do you want to be the person, if someone asks you, what have you ever failed at? And your answer is nothing. To me, that means you've never tried anything. And that's way worse than failing, right? You don't want to not try new things. You're going to be standing still your whole entire life. And everyone's going to be passing you by and making these great choices and decisions. And you're going to be stuck in the same place you are. So you gotta fail. You gotta get rid of that fear and just fail the crap out of it, because it's okay. That's part of this process. You just you got to suck it up and say, all right, I'm going to suck at something. I'm going to suck at it bad, but you know what? When I suck at it, I'm going to learn from it. And it's going to happen. It really is. But I encourage you to embrace failure, because without failure, there will be no success. There will be no, you reaching that goal and being led by your vision. Because I think when you're afraid of failure, you're being led by your fear. And that's worse than failing, in my opinion. So anyway, that's what's on my sleepy brain. I hope it made sense. But I believe in you guys. I know you all have amazing potential, and I'm so honored to be part of this team. I'm so sleepy. I'm a little bit tears in my eyes. But I believe in you, and I know that we can do this together as a team. So don't be afraid to take that first step. Don't be afraid to fail, because I can't wait to see you fly. All right, guys. Good night.